Ever dreamed of living in a place where you can have a maid, get regular massages, and even have your groceries delivered, all for less than the cost of a single cleaning session back home? That's a story that meets the eye. Let's dive into the world of home services in the Philippines, where the cost of living like royalty is shockingly low, but the dynamics can get complicated. Trust me, by the end of this, you'll see why so many expats are flocking to the Southeast Asian gem, and why some of them end up in situations they never expected. The surprising benefits of hiring a maid in the Philippines. 1. The cost of living like a king. Let's start with the numbers. For around 6,000 to 8,000 pesos a month, roughly $120 to $160, you can hire a live-in maid who will clean your home, cook your meals, and run your errands. Compare that to the West, where a single deep cleaning could easily set you back over $100. And it's easy to see why so many expats choose to live here. When I was living in Manila, I didn't have a full-time maid. Instead, I hired someone coming once a week for about 300 pesos, $6. But after hearing about her struggles as a single mom with kids in school, I decided to pay her 500 pesos, $10 per visit. It wasn't just me. A few of my expat friends did the same. By the end of the day, she'd walk out with nearly 2,000 pesos after cleaning a few apartments. Great money by local standards. But here's the catch. When you hire a full-time maid, you're not just paying their salary. You're also responsible for their food, toiletries, and even medical expenses. So while the base salary might be 6,000 pesos, you'll need to budget another 3,000 pesos or so for living expenses. Still, for less than $200 a month, you're getting full-time help. That's a deal you'd be hard-pressed to find anywhere else. 2. The fine print, privacy, and responsibility. Of course, there's a flip side to this convenience. When you hire someone full-time, you're inviting them into your personal space 24/7. For some, this is a dream come true. For others, it can feel intrusive. I'll admit, I'm one of those people who values my privacy. Having someone around all the time can be a bit much, especially if you're not used to it. And then there's the responsibility. You're not just their employer. You're almost like a sponsor. You have to ensure they have everything they need. Food, shampoo, even toothpaste. If they get sick, it's on you to cover their medical bills. So while the cost is low, it's important to understand the full picture before diving in. 3. When things get complicated. Now, here's where things get interesting. In some cases, these full-time arrangements go way beyond cleaning. I've heard stories, wild stories, about what can happen when the lines between employer and maid get blurred. In the Philippines, it's not uncommon for expats to hire maids with the hope of turning the arrangement into something more. You've probably seen the ads. Attractive maid wanted, 18 to 25, single. Wait, is this a job ad or a dating profile? Believe it or not, some expats come here with the goal of hiring a maid who offers, let's just say, extra services. It's not something people talk about openly, but it happens more than you think. And here's the kicker. In the West, these kind of arrangements would land you in serious trouble. But in the Philippines, it's a gray area that some expats and even locals exploit. Take my friend Jake, for example. He hired a maid to clean his apartment, cook his meals, and run errands. She was a young Filipina, around 25. At first, everything was professional. She did her job well. He paid her on time, and things were great. But after a few months, things started to change. She stopped cleaning as much, wasn't cooking like she used to, but still expected to get paid. Why? Because she'd started acting more like Jake's girlfriend than his employee. They'd crossed that line, and suddenly, the maid wasn't just a maid anymore. She was spending more time hanging out with Jake than doing her job. Eventually, Jake had to sit her down and have the talk. He told her that if they were in a relationship, the salary would stop. Well, she wasn't too happy about that. In the end, Jake lost both his maid and his girlfriend in one fell swoop. It was an awkward, messy situation that could have been avoided if the boundaries had stayed clear. Oh, and by the way, before we move on to number 4, if you're finding value with this video so far, hit the like button right now. And if you don't want to miss out on my next mind-blowing video, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload it. And then go to the comment section below and type, "I subscribe." And I'll personally welcome you to the family. And guess what? I've got a very special treat for you. A free ebook called The Attraction Handbook. This book is all about how to make any woman obsess over you, even if you're average looking or she has told you you are not her type. And it doesn't even matter you just want to sleep with a girl, or if you for more than just maids, the ultimate convenience that will blow your mind. One of my personal favorites, home massages. In Manila, I used to have a massage therapist come to my place every week, sometimes twice a week. For a 2-hour massage, I'd pay about 600 pesos, including a tip. Can you imagine getting a professional massage in the comfort of your home for just 12? In the West, you'd be paying at least 10 times that amount. And it wasn't just a one-off thing. This became part of my weekly routine. I didn't have to go to a spa or wait in line. I'd just send a quick text, and the therapist would be at my door within the hour. It's like having a personal spa on demand. If you got a full-time maid, they can do a lot more than just clean your house. I had friends who had their maids go grocery shopping, run errands, and even pay bills for them. Some even had their maids arrange doctor's appointments and pick up medications. For an extra 1,000 to 2,000 pesos a month, your maid can take care of all the little things that would normally eat up your time. 5, a way of life. Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't it weird to have someone do everything for you? And yeah, if you're coming from the West, it can feel strange at first. But here's the thing. This is normal in the Philippines. It's not just about convenience. These jobs provide good income for a lot of people. In a country where wages can be low, working as a maid or housekeeper is often a respectable and well-paying job. So what do you think? Would you feel comfortable hiring help at these prices? And what are your thoughts on those controversial ads? Would you ever hire someone with the expectation of extra services? Let me know in the comments. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts. The bottom line, to wrap things up, the Philippines offers an incredible lifestyle at a fraction of the cost you pay in the West. From affordable maid services to home massages, it's easy to live like royalty here. But be aware of the fine print, especially when things get personal with your staff. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to share it with your friends. And if you're thinking about becoming an expat, you're in the right place. There's a whole world out there waiting to be explored. And the Philippines might just be the perfect place to start. Stay adventurous, keep exploring, and remember, the world is yours to discover. Thank you for watching. Don't miss out on your free copy of my book. It's waiting for you in the description or pinned comment below. You'll be amazed by what you find inside. Before you go, I urge you to check out the playlist currently displayed on your screen. These insightful videos hold the key to unlocking your dating potential, propelling you towards mastery in no time. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.